Hello there, welcome back to the channel. First off, I just want to say a big thank you to all the 37 people that subscribed so far. You've got to start somewhere, haven't you? Like I say, this was just a totally a random thing for me. Just started up doing some little vlogs and stuff like that, and cars, bikes, music as of today. The shorts seem to have went doing quite well. Some little videos there just of basically me 20 odd years in the motor trade. Some random ones that I never thought would have ever gotten the hits what they've gotten. Like a Alfa Romeo 4C coming off the back of a wagon. That's actually had 33,800 views, I think, and 400 odd likes from people around the world, which, I mean, if you told us that when I took it on Snapchat years ago, I never thought note of it. Couple of Alfa Romeo Giulia QVs starting up, people seem to love out like that. I've put some daft ones up, and my old Focus RS, the Mark II, which was a great car, fantastic. Sadly crashed it, but shit happens, as they say. So I'll put some stuff like that up, and obviously my best friend's garage, Will Says Motors at Blythe. You know, the lad started out free sale, he's doing really well. I like to try and help him out where I can. Unfortunately at the moment I'm a little bit under the weather, shall we say, with some health concerns. So anyway, today I thought I would venture into one of the big loves of my life, really. Well, probably the biggest apart from cars and stuff like that, which is music. Which I've been surrounded by music ever since I was a kid. And the one band that always stood out to me massively, my favourite band ever, always has been, always will be, and I've got a wide spectrum, by the way, is Black Sabbath. Which comes from me late dad, bless him. Sadly lost him in 24, victim of cancer. But anyway, he passed the baton on to me. I was brought up heavily around rock and metal music, Sabbath being his primary band, and then moved on to me. So I sort of went my own way a little bit, well, a canny bit, as I got older. Got a lot more into blues stuff and funk, all sorts, really. I mean, primarily classic rock, metal, blues, funk, even disco, jazz, all sorts of stuff. But Sabbath's always been primarily my favourite band ever. So today I've just sort of taken, this is a new order, by the way, just picked 3 random Sabbath albums, all from the original lineup, that I love. They're in the order, there's no favourites. I love all the Sabbath albums, you know, like you could pick tracks off each one. And I know there's this great debate, you know, it goes back to Dio and Osborne, and, you know, I love them, all of them. You know, gone as far into it as Tony Martin era. I think he was very underrated. Even the Ian Gillan, the Mad albums, the ones where Tony Iommi was trying to keep everything together. You know, Glenn Hughes, you know, the Eternal Idol, just all of them. But I thought I'd pick 3 today, just to have a little chat about them, what I like about them, and, you know, just some little facts if I've got them right. I'll have these out there, I'll probably know if I have or I haven't. So like I say, an absolutely new order. I thought I'd start off basically with Paranoid. See how we're going. So this was released, I believe, September 1970. And these is my dad's old LPs. I think this was an old NEMS. I think these were reissues, cheap reissues, weren't they? So Yep, produced by Roger Bain. Second album. Recorded, I think it was Regent and Island Studios in London. So I mean, what can you say with this? You know, it's sort of pick any song really off Paranoid. In 1970, I think it was quite mind blowing. Considering how quickly they released it after their first album. Absolutely brilliant, by the way. I haven't included that today, but that is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, again, Roger Bain, the production on Sabbath's first album it's better than some of the later stuff in my opinion. So on here you've got Warpage, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, what a jam, Rat Salad, Fairies Wear Boots. I mean, if I was, yeah, how can you pick? You know, like if it'll make it harder on myself. If I was to pick two sort of favourite tracks off here, I'll probably definitely say Hand of Doom, because it's just phenomenal. The whole jam, the way the song goes through transitions and different things, and it takes on a life of its own, you know. They were proper jamming when they've done that. And interestingly, I'll probably say Fairies Wear Boots is actually another one of my favourite tracks. But again, I love all of them, you know. So Paranoid, yeah, 1970. And you can see the proper cover there. So that was one of the first ones. Then I move on. Another one I've picked, like I say, in no order or anything like that. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. No, 73. Was this fourth? Can't remember. Like I say, I'm just doing this completely off the cuff, just for me love of Sabbath. So we're going. So this one, I think was self-produced by the band. Patrick Meehan, the manager at the time, I think was supposed to be credited on some of the songs, but Iomi reckons it was all them that was doing it. Was all their own stuff. They were producing it, self-producing it themselves in 73. And I think, if I remember rightly, this was written at Clerwell Castle, the haunted castle, and then recorded in London afterwards, I believe. So, I mean, tracks on here, you know, we've got Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, National Acrobat, Fluff, Sabracadabra, Killing Yourself to Live, Who Are You, Looking for the Day, and Spiral Architect. I mean, I love all these tracks. Fluff, I kind of see I was that bothered about, but I know why it's on there and what it stands for, so I respect to them. So if I was to pick two off this one, it's a hard one. Definitely Sabracadabra is without doubt one of my favourite all-time Sabbath tracks. The groove, I mean, if anybody's got me on Facebook, they'll know how many times I've shared this song off YouTube, and I'd say the same thing every time I listen to this intro groove. And it's just phenomenal. And obviously we've got Rick Wakeman featuring on there as well, with the keyboards. I believe they were in the same studio or something like that. Can't remember the exact story. So yeah, Sabracadabra, absolutely phenomenal track. If I was to pick another strong one for myself, I would probably say Killing Yourself to Live. Probably stereotypical, I'm sure there's a lot of people think the same, but there's stuff you can take off this album. Well, I notice every time, I still hear different things and songs every time I listen to them, and I've heard these songs fucking hundreds of times, way more probably. Like Looking for the Day. If you listen to that song, if you listen to Iomi's ending solo, as it fades out, it's absolutely phenomenal. You know, the ending of that song is just, it's unbelievable. And normally that's weird to say, the ending of a song, but yeah. So there are two I would pick off there. Obviously it's a NEMS sort of reissue. And at the back, these is, like I say, these is quite new. They belong to my dad, and he left them to me, but we've got them all on CD and everything like that, so I just sort of have taken them on and dug them out for today, just for a little chat, no serious. And then the third one I picked, which I think a lot of people again might be the same. Thinking, like I say, this is no order, this is no favourites, this is just 3 random Sabbath albums I've picked. Volume 4. So I think this was recorded September 1972. There's actually a price tag on there. G&A Oliver's Stores, £2.99. I don't know if anybody from the northeast of Ashington remember Oliver's. I think it was a record shop. Well, obviously. So yeah, this was recorded at the then new famous record plant. I think it cost them a lot of money to do. Produced by Iommi himself. They were absolutely high as kites at the time. And although this has got some of the strongest Sabbath tracks without a doubt in their career, I think the production it was actually quite terrible. I've always said it sounded like it was recorded with a pillow over the fucking microphones. It was that muffled. But again, the tracks are absolutely phenomenal. There's some of the remasters, you know. I mean, we've got Wheels of Confusion, Tomorrow's Dream, Changes, FX, Supernaut, Snowblind, Cornucopia, Laguna Sunrise, St. Vitus Dance, Under the Sun. I mean, you know, you just kind of gone wrong, really, can you? There's actually a little line in here that says, "We wish to thank the great Coca-Cola Company of Los Angeles." I don't know if that's going to pick that up, whether I've got that on there. So I wonder what they meant. They certainly didn't mean drinking Coca-Cola, did they? So if I was to pick 2 off here, I've given myself a challenge really, because I love them all. Snowblind, absolute firm favourite. I just love it, absolutely love it. A thunderous track. The riffs on here, what Iommi come up with, and all the band playing, you know, as they did brilliantly anyways, is just phenomenal. So definitely Snowblind. I'll probably take a totally different slide on this one, to be fair, and go with St. Vitus Dance, which is, you know, a bit of a deep cut, I would say, Sabbath wise. I don't think there's a lot of people into that track, but I absolutely love it. So I would say they are like 2 of my favourite of Volume 4, but again, I digress. Like I say, I love all of the tracks, you know, all of them absolutely fantastic. So yeah, like I say, I think that was 72 this was recorded at the record plant. I mean, what a time to be alive. It was a long time before me, I know that. But I'm just so pleased that I can still listen to these, and like I say, I pick something different up every time I listen to them. You pick different aspects of songs up, and you'll hear a little push on the drums, a little, you know, guitar riff and melody. But again, just absolutely phenomenal. And that was in no short order or anything like that. I've just done this completely off the cuff, just basically still clotting on with YouTube, just trying to see how this comes out. But that's three Sabbath albums that I, you know, absolutely love. So I just wanted to share that with you, Al. And hopefully people feel the same. Stick it down in the comments. Which ones do you like? Which tracks do you like? What do you not like? But I'm hoping, well, I know for a fact, there's a lot of Black Sabbath fans out there who will hopefully agree with us. I'll probably do some more in the future if I can dig some stuff out. Live in the conservatory here. But so that's just three random ones. Absolutely phenomenal. But again, I'd just like to thank you all for subscribing and taking the time to watch this if you have taken the time. And love from the northeast of England. Thank you very much. Cheers.